We've been mountain biking all day and we took so many wrong turns. We ran out of water and
what's the exact location roughly?
He sent me a pin drop. They're right at the top of Grandview. See that other airplane? Oh, there's the airplane there.
So they just took off, got wishy-washy where they were at.
I guess they left earlier this morning. They're both really aggressive bikes and they're on e-bikes. So the fact that Jason had to call in help means that it's actually kind of a big deal.
Just ran out of food, water, everything.
Yeah, I guess his buddy is not doing well. Jason's doing a little better than his buddy is, but they're both, out of food, out of water, all that. So, and they're almost out of batteries on their bikes. They still have a long ways to go, and it's going to be dark in 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where they got the airplane separate trap. They got the flightgear, really had to build it down and pull up the airplane trap to set up back.
Whoa, I've never seen a little barn right there. That's sick.
Yeah, we almost bought that house.
That's the one you looked at?
Yep, forever ago.
Yeah, I remember that spot. I almost bought this house, but I was like, I just don't like the rock kids falling down the house, hillsides and shit.
They're still pretty high. They're going to be at least 8,000 feet or better.
I mean, did they have to travel to a spot where we can land?
Yeah, he says they're on the ridge line. He sent me a pin drop and it looks good. They got their bikes, so we're going to have to open those back doors and get their bikes in there.
Yeah.
If we need to, that seat folds up, but I don't think we do. And those rear doors, the extended cab opens up.
Dude, they're up here.
Oh, dude, just wait.
This is a ways still.
Wait, they're way up here.
What canyon is this?
Mueller Park.
Oh, this is a stretch.
Yeah, especially depending on which way they came. If they came up Bountiful, then they've been on those bikes all day. I came up here on my dirt bike with Jim 2 years ago, and we ran into the exact same situation. We were stuck on our dirt bikes, thinking that we were going to have to freaking walk down. Can't imagine on a bike. Alright, so you'll see them right up here. There they are, right on the ridge line. Yeah, those dudes are way up here.
This is a stretch.
Now let's see how much power we got. Might have to burn off a little bit of fuel. Landing gears down. Do a quick recon for wind. We got plenty of power available.
It's kind of an angled,
A little bit, yeah.
right where they're at, they need to move.
Might go to the top of that peak.
I think where they're at the flattest. Do they not have lights either?
I'm not sure. Either way, I think they're running low on batteries. We are on the ground. I'm going to put the parking brakes on. We'll shut down. Tell Jason we're going to shut down.
Back up this, and we started at East Canyon this morning, and so we ran out of water and we made too many mistakes, and before you knew it, I was like, the sun's setting, and I was like, it's over, we're done. Rolling? There you go.
Alright guys, well I've got you up here, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is an awesome one. It's very fitting for what we got going on here. You see, they're way up here in the mountains, and they're riding trails that they were using like Google Maps and all these different things trying to figure out where to go, which is why they lost. They were going the complete wrong direction, and they wouldn't have had that problem if they were using Onyx Off-Road. You guys know Onyx Off-Road is a very, very powerful map. It provides you with an app that you get into, and it shows you all the trails in your area, topographical maps. It'll show you 3D terrain. They would have known how steep these hills are. They wouldn't have tried to climb that big Grandview Peak over there. They could have avoided a lot of this mess. They were just using Onyx Off-Road. So I don't want to see any of you guys end up in the same predicament. Call me and come rescue you, although it's kind of fun. Waypoints that you can set, you can share routes with your friends, even if you're not an off-roader. You're just looking for a very powerful mapping tool. Like these guys just got caught trespassing on that right there, which is apparently private property, which they didn't know. They would have known that had they been using Onyx, right? So listen guys, I need you to please support the sponsor of today's video, which is Onyx. They support us, they help us not get lost. I'm telling you, it is one of the best apps on my phone, and you should get it too. Onyx is going to hook you guys up. So if you... What should I think? Onyx Off-Road, doofus. You messed up my sweet panoramic shot. Too. Oh no, sorry. That was a sick shot though. What are you going to do? You're going to download Onyx, right?
Download Onyx.
That's what I'm talking about. Because they paid for your jet fuel.
What did you do? What did you do? I f***ed up. I'm not usually this bad at planning. I have to come up and do this again, or I'm never going to get this over.
This is the guy that flies my plane too. So.
Planning my budgets, or my fuel budget here. Like we're running out of battery on our phones and our bikes and no water, and it was just
we're still way
up here. We were getting to the point that we were like, oh no. If you were in town or something, we'd be so right now.
That's right.
Started in East Canyon all the way to here. I know. It was I know. So you're a pilot? What are you doing?
On the ground.
We were trying, we were cruising up through that, and the worst part was, I mean, we've only done about 18 or 19 miles today, but there was these 2 or 3 trails, there was no trail. So we're just bushwhacking with our bikes and shoving them up. Like we ascended, like one of the hills was 1,200 feet of just bushwhacking up the hill trying to make it to here, and we got so far in, it's like we're not gonna go back. There is a trail in there somewhere. There's Walker. And so then we went this way, and we made it all the way over. We dropped down here, and then we cut through this guy's property. Sorry, and we were trying to make it up, and we're like, there's got to be this Grandview Peak trail that I saw on the maps, but I'm getting down to like 10% on my phone.
Get down in there?
Yeah, so we went all the way down in there, all the way up, 3/4 of the way up the mountain up there, and then realized there's no trail. It's like basically cliff rock climbing with our bikes, and so we're trying. And at that point, I'm like, all right, we either have to make it all the way to the B and out tonight, or we're not going to make it out. And so we start going up this hill, this very last hill, and Walker starts like collapsing. So he's like pushing the bike up the hill and stiffing and falling on his face, and I was like, got it. He was done. He was out of water and starting to fall and get dehydrated, and I was like, oh no. I was like, I can't believe we let it get this far. I'm always like extra water, super safe, but these trails are deceiving up here. It is like, it goes forever.
Especially when you get down there. I got stuck down there on my dirt bike.
Oh, did you? How did you get out eventually?
One bike still had enough fuel, so we rode it out to the fuel and came back. Because you can't ride it through there.
See, the problem is I know you would have got out of this situation without a helicopter, and so I'm like,
fun. It wasn't. This is way easier.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I would have. I think I would have kept going and pushing it. I probably would have been absolutely wrecked. But it was honestly Walker on that last hill. I was starting to get nervous. I was like, if we don't get, yeah, I would have made it. So I need some.
Jason, we're not mad, we're just disappointed.
I know. Oh, I'm so disappointed too.
Let's load it up. Here's what we love about the Delphine. Delphine is an extended cab. Pop that.
He's so cute guy.
I did. I talked about this whole thing with my helmet on, didn't I? And these like stereotypical biker glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Back then, absolutely.
I got a sandwich.
I was too afraid to eat the sandwich because I thought I was going to get so dehydrated, so I only took a couple bites of the sandwich.
I'll let you guys stack those back in here however you want.
This thing is a beast.
It is a beast. Actually, can't believe it just did this.
Holy shit. That was crazy.
That's wild.
That is such a high altitude takeoff.
So hold on. What was the plan if it wasn't going to do that? I'm confused at how we just took off. They were like, I'm surprised it did that. What were we?
Just throw a couple guys out, do a couple trips.
Jeez, oh Pete. What were you at on the torque on that? That was crazy.
Torque wasn't bad. My N1, my compressor was about maxed out. I was in transient. I had 5 minutes of that, and I actually still have a little bit more to go.
Wow.
Surprisingly,
That's
and I got a
unreal.
lot of fuel too. I'm like 2 hours of fuel right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is where you guys would have had to come all the way through here. Have you come through here?
Then we would have had to go through this peak, off over the peak to our left still.
Yep.
Or we would have had to ride this trail off to our left all the way to the B. We were just running out of time.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. It just picked up right there and we still had some power.
That was nuts. See, we would have still been on this trail right here through this whole section to get to the B.